racial, and it's revealed that she's Czech and German. I mean, that's not exactly biracial.
Yeah, that's very white, I think. Edward, what do you think?
To be honest, I feel insulted on behalf of other cultures as well, because if anyone were to do that, it doesn't make sense. It's one thing to try and associate with another culture other than your own because you might feel something for that culture, but to imitate the race and use it to your own gains. I mean, there's some things that came out in the news, like something about her black stepbrother saying, oh yeah, she had once told me on the phone, don't blow my cover. I'm like, if you really did self-identify as African-American, you wouldn't be saying things like that. So like Tamika said, she needs to suffer the consequences. So
she's getting a reality show. There's now nude photos of her coming out. Yeah. Those are just some of the headlines I've been reading. Where you've got NAACP is what, National Association for the Advancement of Caucasian People. Oh. Is that how she sees it?
Okay, well let's move on. Michael Jordan let's talk about Michael Jordan. He doesn't play professional basketball anymore, and he hasn't for a long time. But in a recent interview from Paris, the former Chicago Bulls star said he could beat the Charlotte Hornets anytime in a one-on-one match. He's now owner of the team.
I don't get down and play with them. I used to. I'm too old for that now, but I watch, from upstairs or give my advice whenever they ask for it, and. But I'm still involved in the game, which is where I want to be.
And do you think if you play against some of your guys right now, do you sometimes do that or not? Or could you win on one-on-ones against them? Or?
I'm pretty sure I can, so I don't want to do that and demolish their confidence, so I stay away from them. I let them think they're good.
Okay, I should mention that Michael Jordan is 52 years old. Greg?
I think he could probably still play with Charlotte. Put him on Golden State, though, and see if he'll still make the same bellicose statement.
That's gonna be demoralizing for his team, though.
I was just thinking that. I mean, he gets, from me, an F, in terms of just leadership, because he says, I don't want to, destroy, their confidence. But then he says,
but he just said it publicly to the media, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, who's taking him seriously, guys? I mean, this is a guy who's had his heyday, and he's still a figurehead in the sport, and he's just going to do a little bit of trash talking. This is what people do, right?
Trash talk against your own team that you own, though, Edward?
Yeah, I agree with Tamika here. It's he's Michael Jordan. Everyone knows he's one of the GOATs, the greatest of all time. I mean... He doesn't have. It's almost like he's pulling a Mayweather. Where he has to walk around and say certain comments and inflate his ego a little bit.
Remember how great I am?
I agree. Like if you put him on the Warriors, he's gonna get destroyed. But if he goes up against the Hornets, he's okay.
He's supposed to let other people say that.
Stephen Curry might cross him over, huh?
Yeah, a couple times.
Not a lot of respect for Charlotte here. Okay.
Well, they were like 10-62 last year. So.
Yeah, not great. Okay, earlier this month, let's move to Cobb County. The Marietta City Council shot down a request from Six Flags Whitewater Park to sell alcohol. The parks manager says this is one of 12 water parks owned by Six Flags that does not sell alcohol, but Marietta City Manager says city code only allows them to give alcohol sale licenses to restaurants and bars. What do we think of this? Should Six Flags be allowed to serve alcohol at the water park?
I don't think so.
Why?
I can envision so many accidents happening, being that it's a family park and then there's alcohol, there's water. I'm already imagining stories about drownings or accidents.
Well, but people take beer to the beach, do they not, Edward?
Yeah, true they do, but